Welcome to Season 3 of the Take the Leap podcast. We want to thank you for being a part of this journey with us.
Whether you're just starting to tune in or you're a longtime listener of the podcast, you can expect to hear from entrepreneurs in all stages of their journey, how they got to where they are, and all the mistakes and victories they've had along the way.
We're excited to share new guests and have some returning folks from our first 2 seasons. Thank you for being here, and we hope you enjoy this episode.
Well, hello. Welcome back to the Take the Leap podcast. Hi, Ashlan. How are you today?
I am a little tired. I guess this will also say when we're recording. I had to wake up at 4:45 this morning to take my husband to the airport. And poor thing, his flight was like delayed majorly. So
Oh my
hopefully
gosh.
he gets there in one piece and safely. I mean, I know he will get there in one piece and safely, but I feel bad. I woke him up super early to get on a flight that is now late and behind. So
that sucks. I was kind of wondering, we're not traveling for listeners, we're like right before Thanksgiving right now, which is funny because our episode with Eliana was recorded in the summer.
Yeah. Almost 4 months ago, I feel like.
We're, if you didn't know, we batch our content usually and then produce it. So, it gets out there when it gets out there. But, yeah, I don't know what the Thanksgiving travel situation is going to be like this year. Yeah. Like, I know with the shutdown being over, like, hopefully that helps. But I know that, it's been problematic for a lot of people. And thankfully, we're not traveling. And my sister's not coming till Christmas. So I'm hoping things simmer by then. But I guess we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, today's episode, we are going to be recapping and kind of going over our conversation with Eliana. That was an amazing conversation. It was so fun to kind of listen to clips of it again and hear that back. I really loved, so that was my first time meeting her in person, or no, in general. And then I met her a few weeks later in person at our Take the Leap happy hour. And it's just a joy being around her. She's so amazing. And I feel like we could have talked to her for hours.
Absolutely. Definitely.
Which we kind of did, didn't we?
We did. I feel like it was a longer one than usual, but it was great.
And there was even a puppy appearance in the middle, which was fantastic. But one of the things I love about her style and the way she presents herself in her business is she really leads with her values. Yeah. And I think that's so important. And it really shows through her work too. And I think it's just a really important reminder. Like sometimes when we go and we build our own businesses, it's hard to kind of remember why we first started, right? And I think a lot of us start for values reasons, right? Like there are things that we want to do differently than the way that they're always done before, or we want to make sure we work with the types of people that feel comfortable coming to us, or we want to make sure that we're welcoming and opening and we make a difference in our communities. And sometimes a little bit of that gets lost along the way. And so I think it's a really nice reminder, but it's also just such a good way to do business because when you lead from your values, you attract those types of people who have similar or shared values as you. So yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I think that's really important. I mean, I feel like it also shows in her work when you see like the creativity and the values alignment as well. And that's one of the things that I've always really appreciated about Eliana as well. And yeah, I think, definitely, where was I going with this? I have like my 9 values written on my website. And I know that, working with nonprofits, especially, and working with other mission driven organizations, just having those front and center has been really, really helpful. I mean, even during discovery calls, I've heard people like comment about that. And so I think as a small business owner, and because there are so many different people that you can go to provide even marketing services. It's really nice to like lead with that information so folks can know right away whether or not you are for them or not. And it's okay. Not every, we've said it before, not every business is for everybody. So that's a nice way to package all of that together.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love that. And also, Eliana is so talented,
Mm-hmm.
and her pictures are stunning. So, yeah, if you're listening to this and you listen to our last episode, go to her website and check out her work because amazing, just amazing quality. And I think there's a lot of good photographers out there. There's a lot of good videographers out there, but there are some people who are just really, really talented and exceptional at what they do. And like, I feel like all of her values just shine through her work. If that is even a way to describe it, like I don't even know.
Well, it's kind of like living the brand, right? I think that that's like
Yeah,
really important. And, when you meet her and then you see her work and like, I mean, I think I commented during that episode that like I know a lot of the folks personally that she's taken photos
yeah.
of. And so it's just really nice to see them like, shine from the screen. Or I have not seen
Hmm.
any of them printed, but seen them on computer screens or seen them, through social media videos and stuff like that. And it's been really, really great um,
Yeah.
as well.
That's a good point. And I think the reason why is she talked a little bit about her approach,
Hmm.
which is very much in line with who she's the person, but her approach was like prioritizing treating people with respect,
Hmm.
and using consent and rapport and like aiming to show like the whole person rather than just like that polished surface, and that definitely comes through.
Hmm.
And I think like, getting your headshots for your business or getting even just brand photos, like it's like a box to check off, right? Of like, oh, I got to get this done. I don't want to do it. And I feel like she really changes that process and really
Hmm.
shows like who they are as a person. And I think there was also just this in society in general, this way of doing things where it's like you have your business self and your personal self.
Hmm.
And then now I feel like that's shifted of like we are like a whole person. We have a business, and you're a parent, or you have other things and interests that are happening. You have a spouse, you have a family, you have people you take care of, you have people in your circle, and you're really passionate about certain things. And I think it's just really important to look at people as the whole person
Hmm.
nowadays, because our businesses aren't so separate,
Absolutely.
and we're all human at the end of the day, and we all have lives. And so it's just I don't know, I feel like I say that all the time. We're all human. I need a better phrase. But yeah, you know what I'm trying to say.
I do. I do. Well, I mean, that you aren't just your business. Like we're
Yeah,
multifaceted and there's multiple if to steal our episode with Joe, there's lots of intersectionality in
yeah,
what we do and how we present ourselves. And it was really funny. So this past weekend, we had like a 3 day. This is also why I'm really tired. We had 3 days of free concerts. I think I had told you last Friday. We got to see
yeah.
Hoobastank and like Good Charlotte and Jimmy Class Heroes like that first night, and it was really, really fun. But like
So cool.
we had met like new people there, and I was like, let's hang out not in just like a live music concert situation, because like we were, like I don't usually drink a lot, but like I was having beer and like we were dancing around, and I was like, okay, this is one part of my life is going out and enjoying live music and things like that. But I'm like, we have other things that we like to do that are not just looking like we like to party all the time. And so it was
Right.
really, really fun to like leave that and be like, I will text you and we will go do other things that aren't just in this space. But yeah, that was a really fun 3 day weekend of free
That does sound like
concerts in
fun.
Vegas. Hmm. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
incredible. That's awesome. Well, just to kind of wrap up our conversation here. I mean, it was amazing. I really loved our chat. Is there anything else you want to add about our conversation with Eliana?
Yeah, I think the one thing that I really liked was that push for like being authentic and being yourself,
Mhm.
because I do think that like both you and I show up in our businesses like not trying to pretend that we're something
Yeah.
different, or, playing at being so much. I don't know how to describe it. Like, I've definitely met folks in business who like pretend that they're way ahead, or pretend that
Yeah.
everything is like perfect. And I think the raw like honesty of like, oh, messed this up, or oh, that didn't really work out that way, is really, really helpful. And like showing up, you know, as your imperfect self on camera, I think is so, so important as well.
I agree.
And
I agree. And I feel like maybe when I first started, I wasn't this honest and open.
mhm,
And to be fair, I feel like society, like, we're still like, it's still ingrained in us, right? Of like how to be professional and how
mhm,
to, not do certain things so that you scare away customers. And I feel like that is very outdated advice that we're all
mhm.
trying to unlearn.
Yeah,
But the more authentic you are, at least for me, I found that the more authentic I am, the more I've found my people.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely.
Mhm.
And then you can have real conversations with people that are not just centered
Exactly.
around, work.
Exactly. I agree. I agree.
Mhm.
Well, Ashlyn, should we move to our favorite uh session,
Yes.
which is what is your win for the week or
Awesome.
wins?
Yeah, well, it says last week on here, but I met some really great nonprofits at an event a couple weeks ago. And in general, I've been really like ramping up networking here in town and trying to figure out like what the right group is to be in. So I've been trying out some different things, and really just looking forward to like setting deeper roots here in Vegas. I think now that I've been here almost, I guess it'll be 3 years next year.
No.
Yeah,
Uh-uh.
yeah, we moved in
That is
2023.
wild.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
We're at two and
gosh.
a half years already. So yeah, I feel like it's time to set some deeper roots and really start getting involved in the community. So that's a win.
That is a win. That's really
Mm.
exciting.
How about you?
Well, and I think I told you this offline, but I just wrapped up with a client who it was like a 3-month project and it was a dream. You know how like now listen, I love all my clients, but but there are some who working with them is just so easy and like it flows, like we connect really well, we have great conversations. I'm able to be like, hey, what do you think of this idea? And not only do they like it, but they also give feedback of like, could we like, they're very much engaged, right?
Mm.
And we had a really great time working together and I pulled off some results for her. I've got like her foundations together. Anyway, all of this to say, I'm bragging a little bit that went really, really, really well. And she is going to continue to work with me on kind of like a consulting coaching basis
That's awesome.
after that. So I don't know. I just feel like after having a really tough year in that department of, I know it's been tough for a lot of people. It's been a little bit slower. I've had a lot of discovery calls, but not as many clients. And I think some years are just better than others. This year was definitely a struggle bus of a year, but I got through it. I still had some really good experiences and I still did some really cool things with clients. So that is what I'm celebrating.
Yay.
Yeah. And so just to kind of flip that, what's something you want to do better? What's something you want to work on?
More effective follow-up from people that I meet at events. So I have it over here. This is kind of like my deal with it later
I like it.
file, which will happen this week. So yeah, so I still need to send some emails, put the business cards in my CRM, and just have that like complete loop follow up and follow through. But I also feel like folks, I don't know, they get it. It's around the holidays. It's a lot harder to get things in at the end of the year. So patience and the long game is better for that. How about you?
Yeah.
What's your do better?
I need to, and it's so funny. It's like we planned this. I need to prioritize rest. And this week is going to be the week for that. We're
Mm.
going into Thanksgiving. Don't have as much childcare, so I'm forced to take a little bit of a work break. And I haven't been prioritizing rest lately. I haven't been prioritizing my needs for my body. I'm kind of going through it right now, and so I think I just need to prioritize rest, and and not just like sleeping, but also
Mhm.
just like
Rest.
having like restful moments. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I've just been going like basically from the moment I wake up till the moment I go to bed, and my body is not thrilled with me at the moment. So I'm hoping that this helps.
Something that has been helping me is I put on a go to bed alarm, and
Mm.
that has been helpful because even if I don't go right then, at least I'm like triggering myself to like start to wind down
It's
and
bedtime.
yeah, and
Yeah.
not do anything. She says as she yawns.
As I yawn. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's actually a really good idea
Mhm.
because I think for me, especially if it's not a night that like I'm putting my son down, because like that, if I put him down at night, sometimes that kind of helps like trigger
Mhm.
the, okay, like I need to start getting ready for bed soon. But lately, if I'm not the one putting him down, then I'm like, I'll work up until the point where like it's time for him to go to bed.
Yeah.
And then in my head, I'm like, I'm way too amped or wired to even think about going to bed right now. So I need to unwind in a different way, whether that's reading or watching a show or,
Mhm.
hanging out with my husband or whatever. And I don't remember exactly where I was going with this, but it just like I don't know, I almost feel like it like that couple of hours before going to bed, I'm
Mhm.
still like because I just finished working, I'm still like processing things and like
Mhm.
things keep popping up in my brain of like, oh, I can't forget to do this. I can't,
Yeah.
and then it's like, and then I'm like in bed still thinking about it. Like I don't know how to
Yeah.
explain that, but it's just like,
It's breaking in.
yeah,
It's breaking into
yeah,
the thought time. Yeah.
yeah,
I get that.
which is not helping. So
That totally, like,
rest
yeah,
will help.
rest will help, yeah. I know, I have that happen all the time, like, if I randomly wake up at, like, 2 a.m., I start thinking about, like, what do I have to do the next day? And I'm like, "Oh, this is not really helpful at all to be thinking about."
As soon as you start going down that path, it's really hard to break out of it, and then it's
Absolutely.
really hard to go back to sleep.
Yeah.
But we'll figure it out. We'll get
Yeah.
through it.
Yeah. Well, I hope you have some good rest this weekend.
Thank you. You know what? And I hope you do too.
Yes.
And I know that you're planning to use some of this time to get some organization in. So I hope you do that. I hope you get what you want done, but you also get like an equal amount of rest.
Mhm. Absolutely.
So did you hear that, friends? It's time to rest.
Yes.
Regardless of when this is published, it is time for you to rest, whether we are in the holidays or after.
Mhm.
Well, thank you everyone for tuning in and for listening. And we will be back next week with a brand new guest. And we can't wait to see you then.
Alright.
Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
Bye for now.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Take the Leap podcast. Check out our show notes to connect with us and our guests. If you have questions about the episode or ideas for future topics, send us a direct message on Instagram or email us at aloha@taketheleap-today.com. If you're interested in being a guest, fill out the guest interest form on our website.
If you're a new entrepreneur who is looking for a roadmap to move your business idea forward, check out the Take the Leap course on our website, taketheleap-today.com. Members who join the course also have an opportunity to join us in bi-weekly co-working and group coaching calls to build momentum and work on your business.
And if you'd like a flavor of what we offer, sign up for our free webinar with the 9 essential steps you need to launch your business with clarity and confidence. See you next time.